Before ketchup ever reaches a bottle, it begins here in purpose-grown tomato fields. These tomatoes aren't ordinary table.
At peak ripeness, harvesting happens fast, often within a very short window.
The first layer of quality control begins right here. Cameras and sensors identify underripe or damaged tomatoes. Removing them early matters.
Once sorted, tomatoes are packed into bulk crates and moved toward the factory. Transportation isn't just a temperature is carefully controlled during transit. Cooler conditions slow down natural enzyme activity. That means less.
Every truckload is registered and sampled the moment it arrives. Food safety regulations require traceability. And once every test is passed, the real journey begins. Millions of tomatoes, each one.
When the tomatoes arrive, they don't go straight into cooking. The first priority is controlled handling, unloading them gently.
The tomatoes first pass through a high-pressure rinse tunnel. This doesn't sterilize them, it simply removes mud.
Next, the tomatoes enter flotation tanks filled with gently moving water. Here, compressed air is pumped from.
Food safety requires multiple layers of protection. Powerful industrial magnets and metal detectors scan every passing participant. For the final wash, rotating nylon brushes gently scrub the surface of each tomato. Why brushes? Because these.
After mechanical cleaning, a final sanitizing rinse is applied. The solution is carefully controlled.
Even now, not every tomato makes the cut. High-speed cameras analyze color, shape, and surface quality.
Now washed, sanitized, and quality checked, the tomatoes are ready to become something new. Now washed, sanitized, and quality checked, the tomatoes are ready to become something new.
Once fully cleaned, the tomatoes are ready for processing. They travel upward toward the first machine in the line, the industrial crusher.
Inside the crusher, rotating stainless steel blades cut the tomatoes into coarse pieces. The goal is controlled breakdown, not pulverization.
The chopped tomatoes are then briefly heated as they flow through jacketed pipes. Why heat now? Because tomatoes naturally
Now the heated mash enters the pulping machine. Inside, rapidly rotating paddles push the soft pulp through.
The mesh size is carefully chosen. Too coarse and seeds slip through. Too fine and the machine.
For premium ketchup, the puree is often refined again through an even finer stage. This step polishes the texture.
The removed skins and seeds aren't thrown away. They're rich in nutrients, so factories send them for animal feed, compost.
Now transformed into pure, silky tomato pulp, the mixture is stored in sealed holding tanks.
The smooth tomato puree now moves into the heart of the factory covers, the evaporation line. Here,
the process uses multi-effect evaporators, tall stainless steel columns arranged in a series.
Inside the evaporator, the puree flows into a thin film over heated surfaces. Under vacuum conditions, water molecules.
The vapor produced isn't wasted. It's captured, then used to heat the next evaporator stage.
As water evaporates, the paste becomes thicker, measured as bricks. Bricks is the percentage of dissolved solids, mostly natural sugars. Beyond sweetness, engineers also test viscosity, the resistance to flow. Too thin, and ketchup won't cling to food.
Once the ideal concentration is reached, the paste is transferred into sealed holding tanks. Oxygen exposure. The tomatoes have now been condensed, their flavor intensified, their color preserved, and their texture stabilized.
The concentrated tomato paste now enters the recipe stage, where science ensures flavor stays consistent.
Vinegar is the backbone of ketchup, both for flavor and safety. Its natural acidity keeps bacteria from growing.
Sugar is carefully dissolved into a warm solution before entering the mix. This prevents undissolved crystals from scratching pumps up.
Spices, including onion and garlic powders, are added through closed feed systems to avoid contamination.
To fully integrate the ingredients, the blend passes through a high shear mixer. This device creates controlled turbulence. As the ingredients blend, the ketchup is gently heated inside steam-jacketed kettles. This step, known as pasteurization. To finish the blend, the ketchup passes through a high-pressure homogenizer. This machine breaks remaining particles into microscopic.
Every batch is tested for acidity, sweetness, thickness, and color accuracy. If even one value drifts out,
The ketchup blend now enters steam-jacketed kettles, enormous stainless steel vessels where the product is heated evenly from all sides.
Inside each kettle, agitator paddles move the ketchup continuously.
The goal of heating is pasteurization, eliminating harmful microorganisms while preserving quality.
Pasteurization is not just about temperature, it's about time at temperature. The ketchup flows through heated holding tubes for a precisely calculated period. Once pasteurized, the product is moved through sealed sanitary pipelines, preventing recontamination.
Modern ketchup factories use inline sensors, measuring viscosity, color density, and flow in real time.
Alongside automation, human expertise remains essential. Samples from each batch are analyzed in the factory.
With flavor perfected and safety scientifically assured, the ketchup is now.
Before filling, every bottle is sanitized. Filtered air and purified water remove microscopic dust particles. At the center of the line is the filling carousel. Dozens of precision-engineered nozzles fill multiple.
Each nozzle uses vacuum-assisted drip control. The moment a bottle reaches its target fill level, the flow stops instantly. The final stage begins long before the ketchup reaches the bottle. Thousands of empty containers travel along. High-speed cameras scan every single bottle height, checking fill height, color, and product clarity in milliseconds.
Freshly filled bottles are still warm, so they pass through a cooling tunnel, gradually lowering temperature. At the capping station, torque-controlled machines secure each lid to a precise tightness. Now filled, sealed, and cooled, these bottles continue their journey down the line, ready for tamper-proof sealing, labeling, and packaging. Before sealing begins, the filled bottles pass through another inspection stage. Machine vision cameras verify that the cap threads are.
Caps are delivered to the line through vibratory feeders, machines that orient every cap in the correct position.
Next, torque-controlled capping machines secure each lid. Torque sensors measure the exact twisting force applied. For extra protection, many bottles receive an induction foil seal, an electromagnetic field.
Brand identity meets engineering at the labeling station. High-speed applicators place each label with sub-millimeter.
Each bottle is now scanned and logged. Barcodes, or QR codes, link every unit to its batch number.
If a seal shows weakness or a cap fails torque testing, the bottle is automatically removed from the line. Now sealed, protected, and verified, each bottle is officially ready for the world. From here, even after sealing and labeling, final verification continues. Randomly selected bottles are pulled from the line and tested.
Packaging strength matters because bottles travel thousands of kilometers. Engineers simulate transport stress.
Once cleared, bottles move into automated cartoning systems. Robotic arms pack them into protective cartons. Every case receives a unique identification code. This data links each shipment to its exact production batch. Next, robotic palletizers stack cartons onto pallets with millimeter precision. Robots don't tire, allowing continuous, perfectly consistent packing.
Pallets are wrapped under tension S, creating a stable load that resists movement in trucks and shipping containers.
Finished pallets are stored in smart warehouses, where climate control maintains stable conditions.
From here, the journey continues by road, rail, and sea.
Behind the scenes, powerful utility systems provide steam and hot water for cooking and sterilization.
Some facilities use cogeneration systems, producing electricity and usable steam from the same fuel source.
Ketchup production uses large volumes of water, especially for washing and cleaning. To reduce consumption, wastewater passes.
The skins and seeds separated earlier never go to landfill. They are rich in fiber, oil, and nutrients, reused as
Artificial intelligence now helps coordinate the entire operation. Sensors track energy use, water flow.
Sustainability also means ethical sourcing. Factories work with growers who follow responsible agricultural practices.
As the world grows, so does the responsibility of industry. Today's ketchup factories are not only engineered